Hello, future developers. Welcome to another tutorial with ABCD. So today we'll be learning that's LearnPy. So that's learning Python programming. Okay. So I guess you guys know or you're new to Python. Okay. So today we'll be learning to do some downloads and then installation of some IDEs to get started. So that said, let's see what we'll do. So we'll have to do some download some softwares like Pycharm, Anaconda, and then Python itself for everything to work. Okay. So welcome to today's session on the LearnPy. That's our introduction session for the download and then installation. Okay. So that said, I'm going to my browser and then I already have python.org opened. So if you have, you can visit this link in your browser and then it should take you to this particular page. So there's Python and then makes you build programs and then does quickly and then it's very readable. That's one thing about Python, it's very readable. Okay, it's like more or less coding in like English, unlike other programming languages. So these are the use of Python. So you can use Python for web development, and these are the various frameworks. Okay, so graphical user interface development, and then scientific numeric computation like pandas and the likes. Okay, so let's see. So what you can do is just click on the download or mouse over here and then you can see Python 3.8. So as at when this video was recorded, I was using Python 3.8.5. So yours might be different or the same depending on the time of downloads for your Python file or software. Okay, so while we wait for it to download, or let me just cancel it because I already have it. So I'm going to my CMD. So just type CMD in your Windows and then that's your command prompt and then I'm going to see the version of Python I'm using. So Python space hyphen hyphen and then version, it tells you I'm using Python 3.8.5. Okay, so there's the version of Python I'm using. So just do that at your CMD command prompts for those using Windows. Okay, so I'm using Windows, so I don't know much of the, about the Mac. Okay, so here let's go to Anaconda. So you can see the Anaconda platform here. So Anaconda has lots of packages. Okay, it has VS Code, it has Pycharm, like that's application within that software that you can go straight ahead and then start doing like code in either VS Code. I think they've added IBM to it. So anaconda.com products and then slash individual. So just scroll down and then click on this download button. Okay, so this download button will take us to this page. Then I'm using 64 bits. Okay, so I'll click this. If you're using 32, you click 32. Okay, so since it's downloading, let's wait for it to download. Or let me cancel it because I already have it downloaded. Okay, so let's see. So Anaconda is very. I just love Anaconda, especially Jupyter Notebook. Jupyter Notebook very. I like the interface for Jupyter Notebook. It doesn't have lots of menus, but few menus, and it's very powerful. So I use Jupyter Notebook a lot. Okay, thanks to the Jupyter Notebook developers. So here you can go through some 5-minute tutorials on this page. Okay, so you can click on the watch tutorial to on how to get started with Anaconda. And then let's see what we can do here on this page. What should we search for? Okay, so let me see. Okay, so let's go to the Python and then let me close this. We'll go straight to, let me see here. Yes, either we'll go to Pycharm. So let's go to Pycharm. And then so if you visit jetbrains.com/pycharm, it should take you to this page, and then you can download Pycharm. So Pycharm has two versions. So there's a community version, and then there is a professional version. Okay, so I'm going to use the community version. So when you click on download Pycharm now, okay, and then it should take us to a page. Okay, so we have the professional and then the community. So I'm going to download the community. I also like Pycharm because you don't have to create virtual environment. It creates the virtual environment for you. Okay, so you don't have to worry about creating virtual environment. Python creates virtual environment for you. So virtual environments are a good way in the like in Python programming. It helps you keep track of like you don't have conflicts between like updates and then downgrades of software. Okay, that's why we use virtual environments in Python. So let's okay. So this Anaconda. Okay, so it's already downloaded. So I have Jupyter Notebook. Already have Jupyter Notebook in my Anaconda. So I've also pinned it on my taskbar so that I can always click from there. I don't need to go to Anaconda. Okay. So with it launched, let's see Anaconda is launching. Okay. Okay. So these are the applications that I have in my Anaconda environment. So I have Jupyter Notebook, I have VS Code. A lot have been added. Okay. A lot have been added to Jupyter Notebook. And then I can launch it from here. So Jupyter Notebook is different from Jupyter Lab. Okay. So in this project, we'll be using Jupyter Notebook. So let me launch it by clicking on the launch. Okay, so the best thing is for you to always just pin it on your taskbar so that you don't have to launch Anaconda always before you launch Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so this is Jupyter Notebook, and then these are my folders and some files. So we have, you can click on any of the folders to create your project within that folder, or you can just go straight ahead. So you can see we have IPYNB, which means it's a Jupyter Notebook projects. Okay. So all IPYNB Jupyter Notebook projects. Okay. So to start, you can just click on new and then click on Python 3. Okay, so this environments. So Jupyter Notebook works in cells. Okay. We have a few menus, but a very powerful IDE or the software. So if you need to know what is installed, you can click on help and you can see this already installed for me. Okay. So file, you can save, create a new notebook, rename and the like. So let's try renaming. So I'm going to rename this project. So LempI. So I'll rename this project to LempI. Okay, click on rename. And then we can try something out. Okay. So it automatically saves your things for you, but also you can use Control S to also save. So first, let's try to print "Hello World" as usual. It's just a conversion in programming. So print into brackets and then some string parentheses. That's it's a string, so we just use this. So you can use Shift Enter to print, or you can use the Run menu to print everything out or to run your cell. Okay, so to clear it, I'll just go to and then clear. Oops. So just click on cell and then click on current output and then click on clear to clear whatever was printed. Then you can run it using the menu here. So either use shift and enter, okay, or use the run menu. So this atom, you can also use atom, but I wouldn't be using atom. Okay, so most likely be using Jupyter Notebook or Pycharm. So, but more of Jupyter Notebook. Okay. Okay, so this atom, so atom.io, you can download it from there. Um, So PyCharm is done downloading. Going to launch it now. I'm going to install it now. So let me double click on it. So next, next. Just click on next. Then I'm going to check 64-bit launcher. You can check this. You can also check this. You just leave it that way. So just click next. And then let's wait for it to install. Okay. So when it's done installing, we'll just launch Pycharm. I like Pycharm 2 because of the calyx and some other things. So let me launch it and then I'll explain some things. So let's run the community version of Pycharm. Okay, so Dracula or Light. So which of the themes? I like Dracula. Okay, at first I'll pronounce it Dracula, but I notice it's Dracula. Dracula. Okay. So Pycharm 2020.2. So that's what I'm using. Okay, so I'll click on new and then I can rename my project from this place. So this is my project location in Pycharm. And then I can, so that's a virtual environment which is created for us. It's going to be created for us. So we don't need to worry about virtual environment. Okay, so existing interpreter, we can click on the drop down to get it, but let's just proceed and create. Click on create. So we'll come back to this window again. Okay. Oops, there's an error. And click OK and see. Okay, so click on new project. So file and then click on new project. And then let me give my project a name. I can give my project a name here and then click on create. Let's use new window. And then I'm going to have to, oh, there's an error. Let's see. Okay, so let's click. Okay, so I'll teach you how to fix this error. So I need to configure something. So let me click on new project and then let me click on the, yeah, so let me select this Python base interpreter. Okay, so new project or new window, and then I should have my virtual environment created in Pycharm, and then I can start programming from here. Okay, so this is Pycharm and this is our IDE for Pycharm. Then we can start writing our code here. So this is going to be our code editor here. So we can use print into brackets, then input a string. So input a string and then you run it using this. Okay. Then you can see in the terminal or here the output, so you can see we have hello world. Okay, so that's Pycharm and most of we'll be doing that. Okay, so that's our main.py file where we wrote our program. Okay, so thank you for watching and then I'll see you in the next lesson. So I hope this was straightforward. So welcome to LearnPy. Okay, thank you.